In the decades that I've been alive, and no, I'm not going to tell you how many, I have seen Dubai blossom like a flower in a harsh desert. I know a few things about deserts given that I'm in Tucson. This city's development has been rapid, probably faster than any other city in history. This jewel of a city is so fascinating that I think it's high time we talk about a few things that make it hella interesting. Here are 10 interesting facts about Dubai. Number 10. The City of Gold. You ever heard of El Dorado? It's a legendary city thought to have been paved with gold. Also a dang good movie in my opinion. Many explorers have tried to find this city, but none have ever been successful. As it turns out though, El Dorado is actually just a plane ride away. Dubai is definitely the modern-day, very real equivalent to the legendary City of Gold. The city is quite literally teeming with the precious metal. In fact, more than 25% of the world's physical gold has passed through Dubai at some point in time. If ever you're in the city and you want to buy some gold, Dubai's famous Gold Souk, a traditional market, should be your primary destination. There's over 380 gold retailers in this place, so you'll never want for choice. Though if that isn't much of your thing, you can opt to go to the many ATMs that dispense actual gold bars. Watch out for muggers. If Dubai's infatuation with the precious metal isn't obvious enough, just remember that this city gave the world gold-plated supercars and an 11,116-foot gold chain. This truly is a gangster's paradise. Number 9. No home address. This may sound crazy to the rest of the world, but this is a solid, verifiable fact. Until 2015, Dubai had no addresses, no postal codes, no area codes, heck, not even a postal system. This was mainly due to the rate at which Dubai has grown as a city, which raises the question, how do people find their destination prior to 2015? The good old-fashioned way, of course, drawing makeshift maps and asking for directions. Scary for us, I know. Looking for a specific house, you'll get answers like, after you pass the White Mosque, it's the first street to the left, blue door, looking for the tree. You gotta look for the tree there, okay? If you go past the tree, you've gone too far there, so look for the tree. Prior to 2015, nowhere in Dubai or in the wider UAE had a proper address. There weren't even any road names, just an incoherent system of numbers with which to navigate the network of backstreets. Fortunately though, Dubai has since adopted a somewhat working address system. Each and every building has been assigned a 10-digit Makani number to help identify them. Number 8. A city of foreigners. Since 2009, Dubai has slowly become the most populated city in the UAE, overtaking oil-rich Abu Dhabi. Situated in the northern coastline of the UAE, the place has witnessed a phenomenal transition from a traditional city to a global business hub. According to WorldPopulationReview.com, Dubai's 2021 population is estimated to be at just under 3 million. It is one of the most rapidly growing cities in the world if you take into account that it only had 20,000 people living there in the 50s. What's actually surprising though is the fact that the foreigners vastly outnumber natives in the city. In fact, only 15% of the city's total population is comprised of native residents. The other 85% are all expatriates. About 85% of the expatriate population, or 71% of the total population, is actually Asian, mostly coming from India. Other Asians in Dubai come from Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the Philippines. The city also has a high number of Somalis and British expatriates, which makes it the largest population of Western expatriates as well. Number 7. So much sand. The Palm Islands in Dubai are 3 artificial islands built on the coast of Dubai. The 3 islands, Palm Jumeirah, Deira Islands, and Palm Jebel Ali, are some of the most ambitious engineering projects ever initiated. So far, only Palm Jumeirah has been completed, but building it required insane amounts of sand, 94 million cubic meters of the stuff to be exact. Anakin Skywalker would definitely not approve. So much rock and sand was used in the island's construction that it's been estimated that it could be used to build a 2-meter wide wall that could encircle the globe 3 times. Palm Jumeirah Island is protected from the ravages of the sea by an 11-kilometer breakwater that surrounds the island in a crescent shape. This, by the way, is also man-made. This also helps protect the islands from seasonal winds that often blow across the Gulf from Iraq. Unfortunately, it looks like not even all the sand in the world would be enough to finish the work on the Deira Islands and Palm Jebel Ali. Although reclamation on both islands are done, no further development has been planned in the near future. Number 6. Record breaker. The Burj Khalifa, at 2,716 feet high, is currently the world's tallest building. An icon in the Dubai skyline, this building is a must-visit if you find yourselves in that part of the world. A little-known fact about this Dubai landmark is that the design of the building is based on a local desert flower. This flower is called a Hymenacalis, also known as a spider lily. There's about 3 feet or lobes which form the architectural base of the Burj Khalifa, which echo the shape of this flower. Aside from holding the world record for being the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa holds 6 other world records. The Burj Khalifa is also the tallest freestanding structure in the world, has the highest number of stories in the world, has the highest occupied floor in the world, has the highest outdoor observation deck in the world, has the elevator with the longest travel distance in the world, and has the tallest service elevator in the world. It's also possibly the most sustainable building in the world. Every year, 15 million gallons of water are collected sustainably. The water is used for irrigation to water the landscaping and plants for the cooling system and to supply the Dubai fountain as well. Number 5. 7-star luxury. At 1,053 feet, the Burj Al Arab is the 3rd tallest hotel in the world. About a third of that height is all for show though, as 39% of its total height is unoccupied. It stands on an artificial island 920 feet from Jumeirah Beach and is connected to the mainland by a private curving bridge. Now, despite not being 100% operational, it is still considered a 7-star hotel. The only 7-star hotel, in fact, and there are many reasons why, and one of them is, surprise, surprise, gold. The interior of this hotel is decorated with around 1,790 square meters of 24-karat gold leaf, and that is a lot of gold right there. Along with all that gold, only the finest and most exclusive materials were sourced for finishing the interiors of the Burj Al Arab. Amongst the fine items brought in to create the magical interiors were custom-made carpets and rugs from South Africa and India, marble from Brazil and Italy, wooden doors from Dubai, and chandeliers from the UK. Number 4. Super cop cars. Here's a fun fact about Dubai that'll definitely make you feel poor. Or poorer at this point if the previous facts haven't yet. To show the world just how classy Dubai can be, the city's police force uses supercars as police cars, and I'm not talking about no cheap entry-level supercars here, if they're actually even such a thing. Their fleet, which is literally worth hundreds of millions of dollars, include cars such as the Ferrari FF, Lamborghini Aventador, and an Aston Martin 177. Not only that, they also hold a world record for the fastest police car, a Bugatti Veyron, which they purchased for a whopping US $1.6 million. Kinda think of Judge Dredd level vehicles. Each and every one of these cars costs more than going to New York University. You know, incidentally, going to the most expensive universities in the US will set you back about $250,000 for 4 years. Thanks, public schools. They aren't just about cars though, they equally love motorbikes as well. And in the same context, Major General Abdullah Khalifa Al-Mahri formed a motorcycle unit in 2008, then tasked it with protecting VIPs on busy roads. Number 3. The Garden of Miracles. If you're in the middle of the desert, what's the last thing that you'd expect to see? From the top of my head, I'd say a garden, or a Dr. Pepper machine. That's why it's amazing that there aren't only gardens in this city in the middle of the desert. The city has the biggest one in the world. The Dubai Miracle Garden is estimated to be around 72,000 square meters, and amazingly, this whole area is totally covered with floral themes, floral sculptures, and endless flower beddings. All of these stellar features make the Dubai Miracle Garden as the largest flower garden in the world, as no other garden in the world claims to have that much size as well as flowers. The Dubai Miracle Garden itself is a miracle because it exists in such a place where the survival of the plants and flowers is almost impossible, and it's even more impressive at the size and scale. But miraculously, the Dubai Miracle Garden exists with its full glory within the heart of such extreme conditions. Now it's time for today's best pick. Today's best pick has something to do with camels. No, it's not the fact that camels really aren't indigenous to the area, everybody knows that. Rather, it's about the exciting, cutthroat sport of camel racing, something I'm sure none of you actually expected to hear about. What am I talking about? Well, find out next with number 2. Robot jockeys. Camel racing is a very popular sport in Dubai, similar to what football is in the USA and hockey to Canada. Think of it like Dubai's answer to the Kentucky Derby, just with 2 big glaring differences. Take away the horses, put in camels, and also there's no entry fees. Given the camel's size, only children can participate in racing them. However, they don't allow Dubai's resident children to participate, as there's been a problem in the past with having children trafficked into the country to race camels. Yeah, it may sound somewhat good on paper, but there's a bit of a problem with that. It's illegal. Fortunately, they came up with a solution that's worthy of Dubai: robots. Today, child-sized robots are being built and are racing the camels. Each robot costs anywhere from $300 to $10K. No word, though, if the more expensive models are better camel jocks, though. Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. Come on guys, what's up with that? Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Number 1. Zero income tax. As we've established earlier, expats outnumber locals in Dubai, but what are the reasons why they feel the need to flock into the city? Apart from the high quality of life, the foremost reason for such enthusiasm for Dubai is the fact that Dubai is a tax-free nation. The American and British governments are just looking on in disgust right now. There is zero income tax on income generated in Dubai. Also, there's no sales tax on the majority of goods and services. However, in a twist that even Shyamalan wouldn't be able to think of, income tax is still the #1 source of Dubai's tax. While it is true that Dubai does not levy income tax on most of their citizens, that does not mean that everyone is exempt from tax. Certain types of listed businesses are required to pay hefty taxes. Oil businesses, for instance, are taxed a heart attack-inducing 55%. Also, Dubai taxes the income of foreign banks operating in their country. This tax rate is levied at a mediocre 20%. However, given the scale of transactions, Dubai government still earns a lot of revenue from these taxes. Which of these interesting facts did you find the most fascinating? Let us know down below in the comments. Also, make sure to check out the channel's other amazing videos. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'm moving to Dubai. I'll see you all later.